Here's a kid that walked in off the street looking for a fight, and he's in the ring. Tarmo Usaverta.
You got it, John. Been training at the Gramercy Gym in Manhattan, living at the Taft Hotel, and paid his way to the States.
Really, he didn't have too much money when he came here, thanks to a young man by the name of Kevin Madden, whose family owns the Taft Hotel. He put him in there at a rate you can't believe.
And our good friend Tommy Gallagher dropped in to say hello to them because he helped them get settled in and got them a place to stay and work out, helped them with equipment and getting all set. This is round one, scheduled for 8 middleweights. Well, when you look at Holt, you can see the power in that body.
Well, I'm studying him a little bit, the Finn, and he boxes well. He uses his body well. I can't tell how good he can punch. He's going to have to move, though, if he's going to get any kind of success at all against Tony Holt.
Usaverta did represent his country in the 1980 Olympics, represented Finland, but lost in the first round to the Polish fighter Rybicki, who was the 1976 gold medal winner.
Holt just stuck a right hand into the body that would have knocked over most guys, so he's in good shape. Usaverta.
As you mentioned, Johnny does speak English well, so there's no problem communicating with the officials.
You know, for the first 2 days when he came to New York and he was in my office and we were talking, all he did was nod his head. And his manager was doing all the talking, and all of a sudden we found out he spoke good English. I guess he wanted to find out if we were talking about him. Badly.
Holt has been a fighter who we've always looked for that jab. He's got a good one. Sometimes he forgets to use it.
Boxes well, doesn't he, these Finn?
Yeah, he's doing a good job, moving well. Late in round one, scheduled for 8, these are middleweights. Anthony Holt from Brooklyn, Tarmo Usaverta from Finland.
Doesn't throw enough punches.
There could be a little nerves here in his first fight in the United States for Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum. This is professional boxing. Round 2 scheduled for 8, but Anthony Holt in the black trunks rarely goes too long. He's only had to go the distance once in 10 professional fights. He won a 6-round decision over Bruce Starling. Other than that, it's been knockout time for his opponents, and none of the others have gone past 3 rounds. That's really why I asked Holt about having to go long, John. He plans to step up to the 10-rounders. When you start fighting 10-rounders, the caliber of opponent gets better.
Has to get better, right, Seth? But he's ready for 10-rounders. He's been ready for 10-rounders on the last couple of fights, I'd say. It's just a question of when he wants to get around to it. And as you said, if he goes up to 10 rounds, he's going to have to face some guys that are tougher than any he's faced so far.
The right hand of Holtz. It is a dangerous weapon. Usaverta.
He's a classic fighter, Sam. Yeah. He's got a good jab. He moves well. He's got a lot of power in both hands, and he's a knowledgeable fighter. He's very smart. So he's got all the ingredients. Just has to keep developing.
Comes out of the Bedford-Stuyvesant gym, run by George Washington. Usaverta doing some crowding here. He's fought well.
It's a good way. It's a good way to fight Holt. Get inside, take the power away from the punches. Try to work from inside if you can. He's standing outside and he's fighting Anthony Holt's fight right now. He's got to move in. He should crowd him, as you said. Take away the power.
Usaverta was a little tight that first round. He's loosened up a little bit here in the second. Usaverta from Finland, his first fight in the United States. Came in with a record of 6-1. Oh, got a good right hand in there.
Really a good shot.
That stunned Anthony Holt, and he's trying to tie Usaverta up. Now he's covering up in the corner.
By the way, Holt is handling himself, though. Holt is not flustered. It has not bothered him. He caught a good right hand. It has not bothered him. He just collected himself, and he's back in stride.
What it will do is earn Usaverta a little respect.
That's right.
Holt looking to land that right hand of his. Half a minute to go. Round
the right hand across again, but only the tail end of it that time.
for Finland's Tarmo Saverta. And there he goes, crowding Holt again. Holt answering back. Work to the body. Round scheduled for 8.
Where?
This is round following up a little bit. Less than 10 seconds to go in round 3. This one's scheduled for 8.
I'll take another look at the action and help them out the moment he arrived.
See the man that recommended it to him?
Yes, he is.
He handles himself well in the ring. He's pushed Holt around a little bit, crowding him right here. Kid is charging in there. He's fighting at long range, but
He's probably saying to himself, what do they think?
difficult opponent. This is a close fight. Saverta is crowded Holt. Right here,
We're good. The jab is all right, except that he doesn't throw it sharply. He just paws with it, sticks it out there, which is all right too, but it'd be a lot more effective if he snapped it.
Saverta started boxing at age 13. As we mentioned, had an extensive amateur career, fought in the 1980 Olympics, representing Finland. And at age 27, with that uppercut, that's been Holt's best punch. And there it is, 3 in a row, and it snapped the head back of Saverta, who's got to back off. He was taking some pounding on the inside.
Should have backed off when he took the first one.
Good work by Holt on the inside.
Well, Saverta takes a punch, Sam. He's taking, at least 7 or 8 now.
He's moving.
Good shots.
Holt is landing that right hand. Again, the uppercut scored. Holt is starting. With a minute to go in round 5. Big test for Anthony Holt. He has never been past 6. And big test of stamina for him. Brooks.
Saverta was hurt in the last round. He took quite a few punishing shots from and it's a good right up.
That uppercut by Holt is just great. Saverta is hurt now. Holt is going for the knockout.
He has stopped punching. Saverta has stopped punching. He's trying to defend himself. And it's all Anthony Holt right now.
Look at Holt go to the body and land those big right hands, and Saverta somehow still stands.
Those legs are going fast, Sam.
He's wobbly.
And
6th
when
round.
he moves around, he drops those hands, which is bad.
Big right hand, blood coming from the nose and mouth of Tarmo Saverta.
Very early in the round, he's got a long way to go, and it's a question now as to whether or not Saverta will be able to survive it.
Holt is landing. Saverta is hurt and holding on. A gutsy performance by the young man from Finland. 3rd fight in 1984. Square Garden Productions Incorporated. A look at the undefeated Anthony Holt from Brooklyn, and hoping to stay that way. He was in a tough one, there's no question about it. 2nd time in his pro career he's had to go the distance. He has scored 9 knockouts. This one a long one for him. And the young man from Finland, Tarmo Saverta, challenged him, pressed him on the inside. The cards have been collected and tabulated. Marvin Goldberg gives us the decision. The winner, Arthur Holt. And Anthony Holt has won it. A smattering of blues. The scoring by the judges. Eva Shane scored at 5-3 for Holt. Judge DeGabriel scored at 5-3 for Holt, and Al Reed had it 4-4 a draw. So it's a majority decision victory for Arthur Anthony Holt. A very close fight and a big challenge for the undefeated middleweight, Arthur Anthony Holt from Brooklyn. And I tell you something.
There is Joe Santarpia, calls the fighters drugs. He is undefeated in 8 professional fights with 7 knockouts. And in 1983, he built up quite a record with 6 knockouts in 7 fights as Arthur Anthony Holt. A good amateur fighter, has continued on. He's got a strong body. Hits hard with either hand. And when he uses it, he has a very, very effective jab. Arthur Anthony, a very confident fighter, and looking forward to tonight's fight, as we mentioned, to try and keep that perfect record. Let's go to that talk with Arthur Anthony Holt.
Anthony Holt, 1983 was a great year for you, a lot of knockouts for you, and of course, you really started to roll in your career. What's ahead for you this year?
Well, I figure I'll fight a month, and if I can continue to do the knockouts, I will go on with that. Right now, I have an opponent who I'm not sure how well he is, but I'm in good condition, and he has to be ready.
What have you been working on since we last saw you?
Well, mainly left hands, rapid jabs, hard left hooks, and uppercuts.
When we've seen you fight, we've seen a good jab. When you've thrown it, at times there's been a tendency not to use that jab. Have you recognized that?
Yes, I have, and my trainers and my manager, who is my father, they've been working with me constantly on the jab and left hands from all angles.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Arthur Anthony Holt. We are set for the introductions. It's scheduled for 8. Let's go to Marvin Goldberg.
This bout, 8 rounds. In the blue corner, from the Lower East Side, wearing white and black trunks, weighing 159, Charles the Wrecker Hager. Weighing 161 from Brooklyn, New York, Arthur Anthony Holt. Wrestling is Louis Rivera. 8 rounds. Charlie is going over the Golden Boy.
Charlie the Wrecker.
Right.
He was 5 and 9.
I see.
Okay, and that's what it is right now. So he wants to call himself Golden Boy.
That's Louis Rivera in as the referee. Charlie Hecker's last fight was October the 9th.
This
Might slip in a couple of times.
might get a lot better than Golden Boy. Louis Rivera is the referee. Louis Rivera is a very fine man, by the way. He does a lot of work with Project Return, which is a former drug addicts establishment here in New York. Golden Boy at the moment.
Think about Hecker. He comes to fight. He's in there with you. Backing off here. Certainly aware of the power of Holt with either hand. Holt had 7 fights in 1983, winning 6 by knockout. Started his pro career, October 7th, 1982.